I think that it is time for us to talk about these issues. Welcome back to Corky Gachas, and this video content is slightly different. This is not a guide, there's no min-maxing tips. We are instead going to take a look at some of the problems that I feel are plaguing Ragnarok Origin, in particular, not just global but also Taiwan server, and as well as what I feel that Gravity is lacking in terms of its actions to counter these problems itself. So honestly, this is much triggered by a chain of events, right? It's not the first day that we know that Gravity has a lot of issues. When playing this game from the start, we know that Gravity has been fucking up a lot. I don't know what better way to put it. If I were to make a video about every fuck up that Gravity have, I think that I will have endless content every single day posting multiple times. But of course, you know that here and there I would put some jabs onto Gravity to say that, hey, you guys are doing this wrong, hey, this is a scam, this and that. But I think that it has come to my attention that a lot of things have been happening behind the scenes, and especially with some of the recent exposés about the Nyan bugs and the manipulations, duplications of Nyans that have occurred in Taiwan server. I would really like to take a good look at this. And to start things off, I would just like to talk about the recent exposé from Taiwan server. And honestly, not a lot of people know about this. I would say that mostly the Chinese speaking people would know if they consume Taiwan RO content, right? Then you would understand about the significance of this and also the presence of this bug itself. But I would just like to translate whatever is being shown on this screen itself, on this forum thread. This is on Pahamuter. So this is like the Reddit of Taiwan server, so people use this to discuss stuff, and this in particular is about Ragnarok. And here, someone actually made a thread to say that they have been abusing Nyan duplication bugs for the past 9 months. Meaning, since the start of Taiwan server, this person has been constantly duplicating Nyans to the extent whereby it is beyond your imagination, right? So it is worse than whatever you think it is. It is extremely game breaking, despite the fact that Gravity has claimed multiple times that they have eliminated all forms of Nyan duplication bugs, and then they have caught everyone that have been doing this bug. But this person has been doing it since the start of the game itself, and finally they have been banned. So they are sharing some of the photos, some of the screenshots that they have of them having a lot of Nyans. And unfortunately, the original poster has deleted the photos to show the Nyans, but I have saved up some of them. So over here, right, you can see this is the first one. So you can see that this character has 1 million Nyans. If you think that this is Photoshop, you see the rest of the photos, you understand that this is not Photoshop at all. And also Gravity has came out from Taiwan server perspective to come out and apologize, and also say that they admit that they were wrong in saying that all the Nyan bugs have been fixed. So they actually caught this person doing this. So 1 million Nyans over here, you can see everything plus 20. So I don't think they went overboard over here, right? But everything almost has been plus 20. I think they bought out all the packs, but I think that was a progression. So the next photo is going to show you another one. So over here, you can see this is their shop itself at a separate time frame. This is 2 million Nyans, and all the packs have been bought out. Over here, they don't even bother to buy all this stuff. And then the next one is going to show you 4 million Nyans. So this is quite ridiculous. Honestly, if people are still thinking that this is fake, this is not fake, since Gravity has themselves admitted that this is their wrongdoing, but it has been 9 months since. So this has caused a huge amount of outrage by the community, especially the players, right? So for the free-to-play people, you guys might be the happiest when you hear this kind of things, because you would definitely get compensation. However, the players that have paid, they have topped up. Imagine you topped up 200k Nyans or maybe 2 million Nyans, but then this person just get 2 million Nyans every time the maintenance comes about, because from what they have actually spoken of, they say that they have gotten millions of Nyans every time the maintenance comes, right? So it will keep duplicating, and they also release the way that you could abuse this bug, which I'm also going to share and teach you guys how to do it in this video, because this is a direct challenge to Gravity. So if this person has posted this, you have banned them, and yet multiple days, right? I purposely waited for this to happen a couple days before I make this video, so that I give them ample time to do whatever they need to do so that this doesn't happen again. If people from Ragnarok Origin Global, which I'm sure some of them are already duplicating Nyans, if they refuse to fix this and see this as a major problem and do whatever it takes, right, then me showing you guys how to do it is not going to make a difference. So according to the poster, the act of duplicating nyans is actually very simple. What they did was that during the day of the maintenance, so you know that usually when the maintenance comes, they would close the server at 5 AM and then reopen it subsequently. So what they did was on the night before the maintenance starts, right? So if it's like 12 AM, they would go in and then they would start to bid, auto bid on this system. So auto bid on the event auctions, regardless is it the MVP cards or is it the statues. So the auto bid over here, and then they can set a price. You can see over here, right? This is auto bidding. What this does for people that are unaware is you can set the cap that you want to buy this item at. So in case you go to sleep or you want to AFK, this is your cap. So if someone were to overtake your bid, you will overtake them again, and then this would happen automatically until you either win or the price of this item surpasses your cap. So what they do is that they would use this to first bid on this item, right? So the price that they would put as the selling cap honestly doesn't really matter. It just affects the amount of nyans you're going to duplicate. So first they would do this at 12 AM. That is what they say in their post. I think they said 12 AM. So they do this, they auto bid, and then subsequently once you auto bid, right, because the selling price is not at the cap yet, you are able to withdraw your nyans. So when do they withdraw the nyans? They withdraw the nyans when it is 10 seconds before the server closes for maintenance. So what it means is that right before that, they would have, for instance, if they were to put 26k or 25k nyans over here, right, they were to withdraw the bid. So other than this current selling price, the rest of the nyans will be refunded to the account 10 seconds before the server closes for the maintenance. However, when the server reopens after the maintenance, they would notice that not only would they have their nyans back, they would also have the auto bidding going on over here, which means that they can once again withdraw their 25k minus the selling price amount of nyans. So they would have 2 sets of nyans, effectively duplicating their nyans. So at 25k, you might think that it's not a lot, but imagine this snowball rolling, right? So they've been doing it for 9 months. At the start, they only topped up a bit. So maybe they started with a few k nyans, and then subsequently it went up to 8k nyans because it doubles every maintenance, right? So every week there's maintenance, every week it doubles, until effectively every time it doubles, it is 2 million nyans. So millions of nyans every single week. It's unlimited nyans basically. And despite the fact that Gravity have claimed, because there are several instances whereby there are nyan duplication, there are Zenny duplication, all this kind of nonsense happening, right, from other methods, Gravity has claimed that they have fixed everything, so all the players have been banned. But this player is just happily duplicating their nyans without a care in the world since the start of the server until now, then they get caught. So since this poster has posted the expose, and since Gravity has admitted to this, it just means that they are incompetent in finding out these bugs, right? Regardless of whether it's true that they lied or not, maybe they really thought that they found everyone, maybe it's super hard to detect, who knows, but it just shows that they are incompetent because this is a game-breaking bug, and this person has lied low, including several other people. I don't think it's just one person. We really don't know who is duplicating nyans this day, and if you ask me 100%, if I think that Ragnarok Origin Global, there are people duplicating nyans through some form of bug, duplicating Zenny, I do think that there is a high possibility. I'm not claiming that Gravity is 100% allowing this to happen. I'm saying that from what I have seen on their competence on finding out bugs like this, they have shown that there's a low degree of trustworthiness in them. And since this has happened, a lot of Taiwan server players are quitting the game, and also they have very low trust in what Gravity says because it seems that they are lying. I'm not saying they're 100% lying, but it seems that way to the consumers. So when that happens, people lose trust. No matter whether you are saying the truth or not the next time, people are not going to believe you as much as at the start of the server when people are new to your antics, right? They don't know what you are going to do. You don't have a reputation. Then people wouldn't know whether it's going to be fucked up or is it going to be excellent. So from now, I think that a lot of people have already labeled Gravity as an incompetent company, given the fact that right now we are playing Ragnarok, right? Honestly, everything is bugged. When you come to Paladin, you can see, right, the Paladin skill, Heavy Shield, it's bugged. Is there any notice about it being fixed? I don't know. No one told me anything. I haven't seen anything that the Gravity devs have posted out. I've heard that the cogwheel itself, the cogwheel, there is a Forged by Light. This is bugged as well. It's not working. So honestly, if you ask me, I really don't know what Gravity is doing. The only thing that is not bugged is the holiday packs. The holiday packs never give you extra stuff. They only give you what they claim to give you, but they wouldn't give you extra stuff. So this is the only thing that they focus on, in my opinion, when I look at this game. As a consumer, do you really think that you should spend for this game when such bugs are floating around? I'm not sure. You can ask that question for yourself. Me personally, I just feel that there is no point in me spending, and as a free-to-play player, like I mentioned, right, it is extremely beneficial for these bugs to occur, because every time when the bugs occur, all you know is that your mail, when you see these free-to-play players, you'll be very happy to see these compensations. And even talking about compensation, you guys know, right, this is not their first compensation. This was after people have wreaked havoc in the Discord channels, spamming them saying that why are you not giving us Nyans? Why are you giving us 300 diamonds and 3 of those Bright Sun packs? Of course, for people that are not in Bright Sun League, you might be happy with this, but even then, you should be getting some Nyans just for participating in Guild League. Why are they not giving us Nyans? I don't understand this. So you have to actually bug them, you have to actually scold them before they realize that, hey, our event itself actually give Nyans, right? We should give people Nyans. If not, they are going to be angry. So they're just testing our limits. They are just saying that, oh, if I give them diamonds and this 3 Bright Sun packs, they would be happy, right? Because they are getting these Bright Sun packs. But little did they know that their own event gives Nyans, so they don't understand the game. I'm not sure if the developers play their own game. And from the bugs that have been surfacing, it seems that they don't bug test at all. We are the bug tester, right? I'm not sure if I'm playing Ragnarok as a player or am I a game tester. So I feel like me playing Ragnarok has made me into a better game tester. Maybe after I play this game for 1 year, I can put it on my resume that I am a full-time game tester for 1 year. I'm not sure if that is the case, what you guys feel, but this is how I feel. The second thing that I want to talk about is game balance. So I'm not sure if this is intentional on their part. Maybe they are just bad at balancing the game, but from what I've seen in Taiwan server, and even honestly quite evident in our own servers after Paladin has been released, right? Even though I play a Paladin, I just have to say this, there are no more Lord Knights in this game. Honestly, you can see a bunch of snipers, right? Master Smiths, I'm quite surprised that my guild still have so many Master Smiths. Honestly, Master Smith is going to get extinct quite soon without Ignore Defense. Assassin Cross, okay, decent amount. High Wizards, still decent amount. Champions, very little. Honestly, Champions in MVP, I don't even want to accept them. They really do garbage DPS. They are only good in Theory 3 Arena and maybe some of the PvP content. High Priest, definitely a bunch, right? And then Paladins, Lord Knight, 2 of this. And then how many are offline? Let's take a look. 2 Lord Knights are offline. I'm not even sure that these players are actually active. So 4 Lord Knights in the whole guild. And if you take a look at your own servers, your own diversity, your balance in terms of jobs, you will know that all the Lord Knights, most of them have changed into Paladins because the Paladins are extremely strong. Continuing down this path, no one is going to play any other jobs except for Assassin, Paladin, and Trapper Hunters. So Trapper Hunters or Trapper Snipers are extremely strong in Taiwan server right now. A game that only has 3 classes, although they constantly releases more classes. So High Priest also quite in demand, but the rest of the classes are not that important, to be honest. I've seen a lot of people spamming for Master Smith to get Ignore Defense. I think that is much needed, otherwise Master Smiths are going to be extinct. Auto attack classes are also extremely weak, although people still play them. If you know a assassin that is using auto attack build, maybe not Envenom Blade, maybe Raid cards. If people are still using Raid card, you know the difference between Soul Destroyer, the damage, and a Raid card build. All auto attack classes are pretty trash right now. Urgy Knights are also not a thing. I'm not sure who's still playing Knights, so the game balance is all of a mess. So I hope that the developers really take the feedback of the community seriously and not just keep on apologizing and then continuing to make mistakes and then apologize again, right? It seems to be a trend for the devs to just come out, do something that is very weird, do something that is very wrong, have the community outbreak, then compensate, then apologize. Instead of coming up with something that is decent and then people are happy, right? Very little people are not happy. So honestly, you cannot please everyone, but most people in a normal game, right? In a normal big IP game, most, if not 50% of people should be happy. But right now, I have seen that a lot of people are quitting. Not a lot of people are happy, right? So the game itself, I'm not sure how long this is going to run, judging from Taiwan server, the exodus of the players quitting, including one of the top Lord Knight content creators from Taiwan. They have deleted the account. 500k DP Lord Knight deleted just like this because they want to prove a point. They want to show gravity that they are not joking when these issues are being really massive and you guys the devs are not doing anything or doing enough to actually counteract these issues from popping up constantly. Now lastly, I just like to give my honest thoughts about being a content creator and also a consumer of this game. I did top up, right? Just not a lot. If you were to go inside this RO shop over here, right, you take a look at my rebate, it's going to be significantly less than a lot of you guys. It's only at 1.9k. Not a lot of money, but definitely I'm also a consumer, if so to speak, and definitely also a content creator for this game for almost 3 months already. So my experience since the start of the game haven't been the most pleasant, I would say, although I'm having a lot of fun, but that is due to the IP itself, the game itself, right? We are all playing this game because we love the Ragnarok online IP. We love it. We played it since don't know how many years ago, right? All of you guys have some kind of love for Ragnarok, and this is why we are giving Gravity chances over and over again. So my experience, I haven't exposed them at all because I don't think that it is worth exposing them at that point. It's just a little bit of an issue here and there. So from my experience, from the first guide contest, I've not talked about this before, I actually won the finalist award for one of my first guides that I've created for my VidTank night, I think. So I won a finalist award, and they were supposed to give me 300 nyans as well as I think some super pack coupons. I'm not too sure whether it is, but the main focus should be on 300 nyans. After that, I think I waited for almost a few weeks before I realized that, hey, why is the nyans not coming in? They say that it should be coming within 15 days, right? Within 15 working days. It's been so long. So I told them that, hey, I didn't receive the mail. Have you guys sent it? And then they told me that, oh, they sent it on May 5th. So May 5th was the date. I went to check all my mails. Hey, there are no such mail, right? So at that point, I went back to them again, and then they said that, hey, they really sent it. Why not you speak to another person? And as you can see from the screenshots, no replies from this account at all. I've checked with them, but they don't want to reply me. Even as a content creator, you might think they have some form of priority when it comes to all these kind of things. No such thing, right? Just get ignored as per usual. Maybe there are too many DMs, who knows? But regardless, what I'm trying to say is that they do not really value the people that are playing this game from this standpoint, right? As a content creator, I don't feel like I'm being valued, right? They don't really care much about whether I'm receiving the benefits that I'm supposed to get, right? Am I really that desperate to lie to them about 300 nyans? The first thing first, right? Someone that's content creator, that is creating content for your game out of passion, whatever that is, consistently 300 nyans. Ask yourself that. So regardless, I've not gotten it, and I didn't bother to go back to ask them again. I think it's a waste of my time. So 300 nyans, so be it. But the thing is, this 300 nyans not being received reflects the bigger picture of how the team, the devs function. So which is why I want to also highlight this. It's not a form to say that, hey, I should get my 300 nyans. I'm just saying that this shows me that the team is not really that competent. Now, of course, I know that a lot of people would also link this to another content creator that obtained 150k nyans, and I think there's more than that for covering the game through live stream. And for that itself, a lot of people are saying that it's unfair. Why is this content creator getting this amount of nyans, this and that? To that, my opinion is that I think that it is 100% warranted, because that content creator is able to bring this content to a wide audience that might not play this game by themselves without the promotion of this content creator. And for their numbers, I think it is entirely fair. I think that this is normal business practice, but for the normal consumer, it might seem unfair. To me, I think that this is warranted, and it doesn't matter if I didn't get whatever nyans, right? What I want is just that the game would move towards the correct direction, and that really the game developers would treat us like actual consumers, right? And finally, I'm just like to touch on some of the issues that I face as a consumer and my experience with customer service. So I've played a lot of games whereby the customer service is excellent. So taking one of my previous games, for example, Everso, I think that the game developers and the customer service is really top notch. Whenever you like raise to them an issue, they are going to really take it to heart. They are going to try to give you the benefit of the doubt. They are not going to doubt you first. But in my experience playing Ragnarok Origin Global, as a consumer standpoint, I've bought passes. So one of the first issue that I've encountered was the pass, whereby the pass date was wrong. So over here, right, you can see, of course, I don't have the pass anymore, but the pass date was wrong, meaning that I was actually prompted. I was only like one level off level 100 to get this costume, one of the first costumes. So I was seeing that, hey, this date is going to end today, right? So which means tomorrow 5 a.m. So I will not be able to obtain new quests to get level 100, which is why I use a bit of nyans to go to the next level to obtain this. However, the next day, they fixed the pass date and then extended it by 1 or 2 days. So which means that I didn't have to purchase the nyans to get level 100. Instead, I could just naturally get level 100. So naturally, my first instinct is that, hey, you guys fucked up. So if you guys fucked up, you guys should do some form of compensation. So I went to the customer service, and what did they tell me? They say that they cannot compensate me because this is unfair to the rest of the players that did not do this. And then similarly, other people have quoted examples whereby, although it is partly their fault, you can say, when the new pass released for some of the newer servers, the pass only lasted for a couple of days. So the dates here clearly stated that they last for a couple of days. However, as a normal consumer, you would think that no company would dare release a product that is meant for a monthly. This pass system is very common. Monthly or season pass, whatever that is, it is not going to last a couple of days, and yet they dare release this kind of thing, and then they expect people to pay and not be able to clear it, but still willingly pay for it. So when people complain in the Discords, I see it, and I was very, very shocked to see such a thing happening. But at last, I don't think they have been compensated. You can leave a comment section below if you are one of the victims. Have you been compensated on this? I don't think you would have been, given their customer service. So I think from a customer standpoint, customer service standpoint, this is not the first time this is fucked up. Events have fucked up, the RO shop have fucked up, the percentage discount, remember guys, the 80% wishing tree, I've been scammed by that, wrote in, nothing happened. A lot of things have occurred. However, they seem to more doubt the customers than they would give people the benefit of doubt, especially if it is a small amount, right? I think that they should do some kind of a service to themselves instead of doing disservice to themselves from doubting and creating all these bad experiences that cause people to really despise the game devs, to really quit the game. So this is just all my honest opinion. I'm not sure what you guys think. You guys might think that I'm trying to bring down your favorite game. I honestly really like playing Ragnarok Origin Global, and I still have fun playing it. But there are so many things, right? It's just like you're enjoying a meal over there, right? In your favorite restaurant, and then someone is taking a needle and poking you in the back. It's just a little poke, but one at a time, they're poking you while you're enjoying your favorite meal. The meal is still enjoyable, but do you like it more with someone poking you with a needle, or do you like it more if someone will come over and serve you a dessert instead to say that, oh, this is complimentary of the restaurant? Think about it from this perspective. I hope that the game devs, if they happen to see this video, maybe they can feedback. I don't know how reliable that is going to be. You guys in the Discord channels, I know that you guys have the most power. Honestly, every time there is an outreach on Discord channel, the compensation comes really quick. Otherwise, if the voice is very soft, no one is going to care. So I just hope that with whatever audience I have, I can help to bring the game into a better state. Whether it helps or not, I'm not sure. I just want to voice out my thoughts as well. Definitely leave a comment in the comment section below to let me know what you guys think of my opinion on the current state. Is it accurate? Is it the same as you guys? I hope that this game can really go very far, and this is all that I have to say about this game itself right now. And that about does it for this video, where I share my honest opinions about the game and the issues that I find really annoying. Also, if you're interested, right, the event for the double cut drop is still going on. This is one of the good events, right? Definitely have to praise. Good events, double cut drop, still running for a couple more days. You want to see how you can maximize your cut farming potential, definitely check out this video. I'll see you guys over there. This is Corky Gachas, signing off.